Hey, you guys, and thank you for being here. Okay, so welcome to my modeling webinar. So we will be talking about the modeling industry today and modeling and models that can get involved with other professions and during and after their modeling career. So let's start off with who I am. So, my name is Jakayla Gaines. I'm a Full Sail University grad student seeking my master's in public relations. And I know you guys are probably wondering what makes me relevant to this. Not relevant, excuse me, that's not the term I was looking for. What makes me a great candidate with hosting a modeling webinar? Um, let's just say I'm really interested in the entertainment industry as well as the social media industry. And modeling is something that's very cool to me. And because modeling have took a turn into the social media world so much, it have really seeked my attention. And I have just been studying social media modeling and everything that have to go with social media modeling. Excuse me. So let's talk about what modeling is and what do models do. So let's start with the basic definition. A model is a person with a role either to promote, display, or advertise commercial products or to serve as a visual aid for people who are creating works of art or pose for a photographer. So that's just, of course, the basic model. We know that. Now, let's speak about the social media modeling. So, social media modeling is just when a person poses on social media and they are, like they said, advertising or promoting a product or a product of clothing, their hair, nail, anything. That's social media modeling. And mainly the main thing that's used is Instagram and Facebook for this, as well as Twitter. Those are the main social media platforms that are being used for social media modeling careers. So let's talk about the life of modeling. So for our social media modeling, they have rules of keeping their page relevant and posting daily, weekly, making sure what they're posting is a great content, has no grammatical errors. It's a lot to become a successful social media model. Increasing your followers daily, and everything like that. Now, the life of a model, is completely opposite. Of course, you have the great glam and paparazzi and everything. But of course, there are some cons to cons to modeling, far as diet and stress, emotional stress, rather. You have to take care of your skin. Like the diet is so strict that sometimes it can turn somebody emotionally, a little irritated if you're hungry because they have them on the street, no starch diet, just veggie diet type thing, and sometimes it can really hurt a person. So the life of a model, yeah. I'm gonna show actually a video later, and Tyra Banks will a video about Tyra Banks, and she'll go a little bit more into depth about this. What I like about this here, let's take a look at this little cartoon. I think this is so cute. Down here, if you look, it says who is written by, who is illustrated by, and they also have social media pages. You can go check them out. This is great work. I love these little cartoons. It's so cute. It's like really, really cute. So I know we were talking about other professions that models can go in. I have a few here that I want to discuss. Okay, the first one is a photographer. That's a given, Um, the first person that shot Kourtney Kardashian was Studio 141, Los Angeles, California, and the photographer that shot her was actually one of the first Victoria's Secret models. And after her modeling career was over, of course, she started she picked up photography, and she never did it before, but she, paid attention to it when she was modeling and when she had the photographers take pictures of her, because as a model, you start very young and you end young. Like, it's not a long lasting career per se. And the next one is hairdressers and barbers. For the guys, hairdressers, you got to get your hair cut. They get their hair cut and done in these creative styles like every day, dang there. So that is a definitely given profession that they can go in. The next profession is cosmetology. I think that this is the coolest one. If I was a model, I'd choose this one. I think this is super cool. And you don't have to. You can go get you a certificate in cosmetology and be certified for it. But you wear a lot of makeup, a lot of spray tanning, a lot of different chemicals go on models' face that we don't know. And their skin, get broken out. You have people with different skin, so they have to run through these different products to figure out which one is best for them to protect their skin before they go into set and put that makeup on. So they would know a lot about skin and how to take care of it. The next one is the number one, an actor or actress. There are a lot of models that are in the modeling and acting world, and vice versa. There are a lot of actors and actresses that are in the modeling world. The next is another given, a fashion designer. With all the clothes and things that they have to promote and model, I'm sure they know how to, stitch a pair of hands really fast. No, I'm just kidding, but yeah. So, modeling nowadays, especially if it's not social media modeling, it's an off season. We have the winter, spring, summer. We dress according to the season. But far as actually actual models, actual models doing the catwalk and going to the events, people don't really put on a lot of modeling events anymore. We still have, of course, Paris Fashion Week, New York Fashion Week, and now in Atlanta, Georgia has a Atlanta International Week. But that's not all the time. And for social media models, they don't really do that. They more so just post online. So you can definitely get into these other professions and build brand awareness, like totally. So here is a little interview, one-on-one interview with Kendall Jenner, speaking about modeling and everything. And she is the number one social media model we have today.
She's one of the hottest stars trending everywhere, Kendall Jenner, the 19-year-old sister of Kim Kardashian. Kendall has just signed on as a new face of Estee Lauder, and she's opening up about that, her famous family, her runway shows, and so much more. Here's ABC's Gigi Chang.
She's the it girl fashion model of the season. But while sister Kim is busy trying to break the internet on the cover of Paper magazine, Kendall Jenner is just trying to break out, making a name for herself as a model. That's what the jealous girls say, that, she's trading in the Kardashian/Jenner name and cashing it in for a career.
Yeah. In reality, I worked pretty hard for this, like running around doing tests. It wasn't like I just got it magically and it just happened.
So what made you want to model?
I would just always be looking at these supermodels who were just like so amazing to me. They were like superheroes. I want to be the best role model I can be to a little girl or to a little boy or to anybody.
You early on banned Kim and your sisters from coming to the shows. Why?
Banned is a strong word. It was more of a mutual understanding. I think that if my sister was sitting front row and my sister is who she is, and I know this sounds kind of weird, but it would have almost taken the attention away from what I'm trying to do on my own.
Now, a new landmark in her young career, just this weekend becoming the newest face of Estee Lauder.
And what makes it such a big deal? Estee Lauder is one of the most prestigious brands in our entire business.
It doesn't hurt that she's got 16 million followers on Instagram and over 9 million Twitter followers. But she's still a teenager, appearing naked in photo shoots and risque on the runway. But what would you say to the critics who say, why show this much of your anatomy?
Who's going to argue with Marc Jacobs when he's putting you in an outfit? You know what I mean? I do not regret it.
So you don't care about those folks who are saying, oh, she's an exhibitionist.
They'll get over it.
Also raising eyebrows recently, those questions about her relationship with a certain hot young singer. That's one of the rumors, that you're dating Justin Bieber.
No, he's a longtime friend of our family, so everybody loves to assume things, but no.
Are you in a relationship?
I'm not. I'm focusing on my career. If it comes, it comes.
For Good Morning America, Juju Chang, ABC News, New York.
And you can watch the complete interview tonight on Nightline. And for 9 things you didn't know about Kendall Jenner, go to our website, goodmorningamerica.com, on Yahoo.
Great. So I think that was pretty cool. You see how many followers she got on Twitter? I think that is really awesome. She brings a lot of brand awareness to herself and to her name. Now, another example that I want to give you all is older model Tyra Banks, who was one of the first African-American Victoria's Secret models. And this is a sample of her documentary, and she touched a little bit on all these topics that I have previously discussed. So let's take a look.
This ex-supermodel is one of only 4 African Americans and 7 women to have repeatedly ranked among the world's most influential people by Time magazine. Opting to go to Paris to pursue a modeling career instead of going to university, Tyra Banks set a record, scoring 25 engagements in her very first week. She went on to have a wildly successful career, both in print and on the runway. She regularly worked for labels like Bill Blass, Dolce & Gabbana, Christian Dior, and lingerie giant Victoria's Secret. She was also the centerpiece of advertising campaigns for the likes of CoverGirl, Coors Light, and McDonald's. She has appeared on the covers of Vogue, Harper's Bazaar, Cosmopolitan, and Elle, and became the first African-American woman to adorn the covers of GQ and the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue. One magazine she has stubbornly refused to pose for is Playboy, despite being inundated with requests from Hugh Hefner. She gave the modeling away in 2005 to concentrate on her television career, which had begun on the 4th season of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
And when I woke up this morning, I was nervous.
However, in an interview with old rival Naomi Campbell on her own talk show, she spilled the beans on why she really retired from modeling.
Me and you, there's not a lot of hoopla, right? But I didn't want to have to be super healthy and eat only chicken and vegetables. But that's only 50% of it. Mm-hmm. The other half of that is I was tired of having to deal with you.
The legend goes that the 14-year feud was kicked off by Naomi's insecurity. Believing that there was only room at the top for one black model, she supposedly set about sabotaging the younger model's career. If the stories are true, it seemed that Tyra may have learned a trick or two from her quick-to-temper nemesis. The winner of the first series of America's Next Top Model, Adrienne Curry, recently spoke out against the show's host and creator, calling her Jekyll and Hyde. Adrienne explained that while the cameras are rolling, she can be the sweetest person in the world, but once the camera is off, she's Naomi Campbell, in your face and mean. Still, there is no shortage of viewers who are convinced of her charms. Now well into its 3rd season, the Tyra Banks Show attracts more than 1.9 million viewers an episode, which sells itself under the slogan, "Every woman has a story, and it happened to Tyra." Of course, she doesn't always mean that literally, especially when asking Heather Mills to share her experiences of dancing on one leg. However, she did go out and get some first-hand experience of being an exotic dancer. For an episode of her show, she was transformed into rookie stripper Chanel, donning wig, fake teeth, a prosthetic nose, and a lot of makeup. Her undercover mission was to find out why men go to strip joints and what they get out of it. One topic of discussion she can truly relate to is the issue of weight and body image. Teased about her size as a child, Tyra was a pretty hefty teenager before slimming down to catwalk size. On America's Top Model, she has been a consistent advocate of body confidence, insisting that models don't need to be stick thin to be sexy. At a recent launch of Time magazine's list of 100 people who shaped the world, the magazine's deputy managing editor paid tribute to her worthy crusade to combat body image problems in the fashion industry.
She's not the only person, but she's probably been the most effective public person to sort of talk up the folly really of forcing our models to be this kind of irregular, unlikely sort of shape. And particularly with her background, it's been very brave of her to do that. And she's done it effectively. So she's there really as a symbol of this kind of new attention that's being paid to do models have to be so absurdly skinny.
Great. I think that video was very cool. I like the points that she touched on, some of the reasons on why she left the modeling industry, and we seen that she discussed being on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, which was a sitcom in the 90s, and her current television show, which is a talk show, and she was also on a movie before, which was back in the 90s, My Life Size Barbie. So Tyra has a lot of things and that she has done within her modeling career, which is fantastic. Which leads to the next question that you guys may have: why is this good? Overall, this is a great thing because it will bring you a lot of brand awareness. Tyra Banks and Kendall Jenner is proof of it. We see that her brand is still building. She is still there. Like, we have never forgot about her or her brand. Even though she's not on that catwalk anymore, she has a list of things that she has to spend her brand to, which is the outcome of her result of getting into other professions within her modeling career. She more so did it at the end. When she was in modeling, she really focused on modeling, so she more so did her other professions at the end, which is the opposite of Kendall Jenner, because Kendall Jenner is still in her career, and I want to say she is almost at the peak of her career, which is great. I see great things coming out of it. We see that she is the face of the lipstick. She has she has an app that you can download on your phone and play her app. I want to say she has two of those. She's still on her family reality television show E, that is on their 11th or 12th season. I want to say 11th season. And she's just building her brand with modeling, and which is great. So that brings me to the conclusion of everything that I had to share with you all. Now I want to come up with a little discussion and let's talk about it. So if you guys have any question, comments, or concern, I'm ready to talk. And before we start the discussion, I want to give you all this information, which is my website page. That's where you can find me, and it will also have all my social media pages as well as my email address. And at the bottom here we have a few references that I use to get you guys some information for the day.